All right, now I am in downtown Marshall, Texas, and today is Thursday, the 10th day of April, 2025, and it's about 2:30 in the afternoon. And you can see this is the building that I want to start the video with. And to tell you that I'm using my GoPro 8 because if you watch my last video in Longview, when I stuck it in the water, I forgot I did not have the battery door on it. I killed the camera. So I'm letting it dry out, and I'll give it a day or two, and then try it again and see if it comes back to life. But I fully expect it won't, and that I killed it. Totally my fault. First GoPro I've ever done any damage to, and I've owned a bunch of them. So I'll be buying a new one, but until then I'm going to be using this 8. It still makes good video. But I wanted to show you this building from over here across the street, and we'll go read that sign over there. So I wanted to make sure you saw that, and I wanted to show you back this way on that other block, which we're not going to cover because there doesn't really seem to be anything more the downtown section down there. But I don't think that's a bad building there, do you? So then see that sign up there. But anyway, they're calling this the Guy Store now, but this has I gotta believe it's been the movie theater at some point. That's what it looks like. Look at this inside here. Pretty nice. James L. Farmer. You know, so yeah, don't say anything about that. So here, go ahead and you can pause that and read that. And then you can pause that section and read all that and get that history. So I'm a little bit weird, but anyway, there's that building there. Now the side that we just came from, they're working on most of this stuff. I just want to show you the buildings, and then way down at the end there's a nice surprise. See this building here, and this is where we started. You can see the truck park right over there, but we're walking on this side of the street. Just show you this right here. This is an old style building, you can tell. Got an old Coke box in here, Coca-Cola stuff in there, Texaco. So pretty neat place, pretty flowers. This is the general store of Marshall. Clothes to cars. That's a mouthful, isn't it? There you can see some more of these buildings over here. So just wanted to make sure you see all these. Here's the dance bag. Beautiful flowers there. All these got really nice flowers on them. Topiary. Again, you can see this is an old store, and I'll show you the the buildings when we're across the street here in a few minutes. But and here it's not really a mural, but you see that. That's pretty nice. And we've got this big old tall modern building here. Well, let's keep going for the pièce de résistance. All right, so look at that up there. That's a copper roof, and then it's wood down here on the underside. Kind of a neat little pavilion, whatever you might want to call it. I don't know. Got a bench there that says Telegraph. They got a big Chase Bank over there. And up here we got a statue, and I believe we're about to come into the old town square. Got a water fountain right there. One for a dog, and then one for a kid. So here we can see some beautiful flowers in the first place. Then these two guys at a table. Okay, he's got a telegraph right there. So here you go. These two guys he's dictating a letter to him, and he's writing it and going to telegraph it off. But anyway, right there is the pièce de résistance I was talking about. That is the Marshall Courthouse, and that is a gorgeous building. And then it looks like there's some things around here, so we're going to walk around this, and I'll show you what I can, and I'll show you all sides of this courthouse. Okay, now you see that building right there, up there at the top of the arch up there. It says First National Bank. So that's obviously what that used to be. Ain't nothing now. You can see the window is missing right there. So that's totally gone. But still, you can tell what it was nice in its glory day. A lot of birds are using it now to build their homes in it. So it's being used for something, but it is a nice looking building. Kind of here's the courthouse from one side of it. And hopefully you can see, I mean, it looks a little bit dark on this GoPro 8, but it looks gorgeous in real life. I can tell you that. And if it comes in dark when I edit this, I'll try to lighten it up a little bit so you can see what it really looks like. Got some nice flowers. Oh man. Oh, it smells so good in here. Right there, you see, Confederate. Right there, but there's kind of this side of this side. I mean, this is truly a gorgeous building. And then here, as I come around this little circle that I'm walking, look at this side. I mean, that's just a gorgeous building. And here, just so you can see, look at that little balcony up in there. That's nice. Okay, so right here, kind of across from the courthouse, they've got this gun here. Obviously, a shout out to the military, of course. Here, I'll let you look down the barrel. Hope you got to see something down in there. And then over here, they're calling that building Memorial City Hall. Good looking building. And it's got a sign over there. So I want you and me walk across this street. Here, let's see. Nobody's coming, so we're not going to get run over. That's good. Aren't you glad I'm worried about keeping you so safe? Okay, so this says C.G. Lancaster. Okay, so it's the guy that designed a number of buildings down here, apparently. That's who he was. But again, just look. That really is a beautiful building. I do like it a lot. Again, see, they got beautiful flowers down here. So they're revamping everything. Got this old building here, the Baxter Building. And I know this has got to be a historical building. Got this old black tile, white grout. And show you sort of the middle part of the courthouse there. Isn't that gorgeous? And here is post office. Very nice. A guy is working on it. M.B. Hall Jr. or Samby Hall. Federal Building, United Courthouse. All right. Very beautiful flowers there. All right, and now this side of the courthouse. Look at that thing. You have got to admit, that is flat gorgeous. No matter how you cut it, that courthouse is gorgeous. I know I'm impressed. I hope you are. And see, what I don't really understand is that old, mid-century modern looking building down there. It says Harrison County Courthouse, and you take that versus that. I mean, wow. There ain't no comparison in the world. Okay, well, the bells up there started chiming. It was so loud it scared me. So I don't think I caught any of it. But anyway, this is the last side of the courthouse. And I've got a generator behind me. It's very, very loud. So that should get better as I keep walking away from it. But again, just look at this building. Look at the windows. Got that same little balcony up there in the middle. Almost got run over there. But there you go. That is the Marshall Courthouse. Got these pretty flowers here. And here, let's use those. Oh yeah, ain't that a nice scene? Very beautiful courthouse. Hope you enjoyed this part for sure. Okay, so we walked on the other side of the courthouse, about a block or so away. And there's this, that's a Methodist church, the sign right over in there says. And you can tell that burnt. And that burnt big time. So you can see all the metalwork and everything. And the walls are all busted down. So, man, that's something. And then over here, as I cross the street, you see this against this wall that doesn't seem to really be a building or anything, I don't think. You can kind of see through that window up there. But you got all these colorful shapes and geometric patterns and all of that stuff. So if you like this sort of thing, well, this ought to tickle your fancy. And just to show you too, right down there, straight ahead of us, that's the Texas finest barbershop and salon. Right there. So it's the best in the whole state. And if you can see beyond it, to that side, there's a pretty gorgeous house down through there. Big house. So that's that part. So there's still a little bit more to show you, so stick on. All right, now right now what you're looking at is Bluebonnets. Let's go walk you through some of these and just kind of fly you over them. Okay, not too bad, right? wrap up the video here for Marshall with this building right here. I don't know what this says at the very top, or what it was. I mean, at the very top it says BPOE, but honestly, kind of reminds me of like what would have been an opera house in an old town like this. So I wonder if that's not its history. But you see how it's concaved up in here, and it's got all the dental floss, and it's got brick around the windows, and beautiful building. It's really beautiful. So hopefully you enjoyed that one. I know I have. This is where we started at, and right there's the truck. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and hope I catch you on the next one. Take care of yourself.